Percy in a muddle. Percy was feeling bored. Things have been too quiet around here lately, he told himself. What we need is something to liven things up. All the engines know from experience that whenever Percy is bored, that's when he starts feeling mischievous. That day, Percy was to bring Gordon's coaches to the platform in time for his next express train, but on his way to the carriage sidings, Percy suddenly had an idea. He giggled to himself. Then, ignoring the coaches, he hurried away to the sheds. Gordon was resting there when Percy arrived. "Beep, beep! There you are, Gordon. The Vat Controller said you're to stay in the shed. He wants to talk to you about something important." Gordon snorted. "Oh, no, you don't. That's the oldest trick in the book. You know my next train is due shortly." "No, it isn't," said Percy. "Henry has taken the express already. It was a last-minute change of plan." "Pah! Nonsense!" snorted Gordon, and he puffed grandly towards the station. But when Gordon arrived, he was surprised not to find his coaches waiting for him. "That's funny," he muttered. "They ought to be here. Perhaps Percy was telling the truth after all." His driver wasn't so sure. If Henry has taken the express, then why are all those people waiting on the platform? "That's what I'd like to know," fumed the station master. "Where in the world are your coaches, Gordon?" Gordon tried to explain about Percy, but the station master wouldn't listen. By this time, Percy was nowhere to be seen, so Gordon was forced to fetch his own train. When he was able to leave, the express was late, and the passengers were cross. When Gordon met Percy again later that day, he was fuming. "So, Gordon," grinned Percy, "did he talk to the Vat Controller then?" "No, I was too busy trying to find my coaches." "Sorry about that, Gordon. It was only a bit of fun. You should try it yourself some day. Then you wouldn't look so grumpy." And Percy puffed away giggling. Gordon was about to reply, then stopped. "Yes," he murmured, "I think I will." That night, Gordon was due to pull his evening train. He won't be back until much later. Usually, it was the only time when Gordon had to shunt his own coaches to be cleaned and used for another train the following morning. But tonight, he had a plan. Before he left, he spoke to his driver and the yard manager. Then he puffed away with a big smile on his smokebox. The next morning, the firelighter lit Percy's fire first, so that he could arrange the big engines as trains. As he left the shed, he saw Gordon resting in a siding, and he remembered the trick he had played on him yesterday. "What a clever trick! What a clever trick!" he puffed quietly. But when Percy reached the yard, he got a big surprise. The yard was in an awful muddle. All the trucks and coaches were in the wrong places. "Footplates and funnels!" exclaimed Percy. "What happened? This wasn't how I left things yesterday." "We better get this sorted out, and quick," said the driver. "Otherwise it'll be chaos before the morning rush." Percy worked as quickly as he could, putting everything right again. He just couldn't understand how everything had become so muddled. By the time he brought the express coaches to the platform, the passengers were already waiting. And so was Gordon. "Morning, Percy," said Gordon cheerfully. "What kept you?" "What kept me? I've been trying to organise the yard. Everything was all wrong. I couldn't find anything." "Oh dear, it must have been my fault. I might have moved one or two things about when I came back last night. Sorry about that." Gordon paused, and then added, "But, after all, you did say that I should have a little bit of fun. You don't mind, do you?" Percy snorted. "Oh, no. Of course I don't mind," he said casually. Unfortunately, the Vat Controller did mind when he heard all about it. After speaking to Gordon and Percy, both engines thought twice about playing any more tricks for a while.